So, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening is back again at Aston Villa. We'll talk about that in a little while. But Arsenal fans are in meltdown. We were robbed. They were crying. The ref was a disgrace. Somebody who was robbed was Man United against Chelsea, that's for sure. Bro, how are you, man?
I'm all right, bruv. I'm okay, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
In the stream, Dave. You didn't even
I,
say it. You just bounced.
I was fuming, bruv. I was so mad, bro. Like that, yeah, that game pissed me off. Do you know what I mean? Like, to be fair, like we threw that away ourselves, innit? Like, I can't really be like, I'm just angry at how the game went. I wouldn't say like I was really angry at like. Yeah, I was just angry at how the game went, bruv. Because in the grand scheme of things, a draw is a decent result at the bridge, but we fucking battered them, bro. So I was fuming, innit? Like, you're not going to get many better opportunities to beat Chelsea at home, yeah? Us playing the way we played. Yeah. And them playing the way they played, bro. Like, Chelsea did nothing in that game. Like, nothing. Like, so, bro,
Yeah,
I can't remember the hair making a save, bro. Like, they literally did nothing. So, to me, how they've come away with a point is ridiculous to me, bro. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? But that's football. That's football. Like, I saw the stats for the Leicester game. Did you see the stats for the Leicester game as well? Like, Leicester had like 4 shots, 4 on target, 4 goals or something like that, and the other team had like 3 times more shots than them. Like, bro, sometimes, yeah, Wolves peppered them, bro, and lost. Like, bro, this is football, isn't it?
That's what I said to you last week. Yeah, like Wolves, they can't finish their dinner. Like they've got no one to score goals. They'll create because they've got decent players: Moutinho, Neves, Podence, obviously
Neto and them, man, yeah,
but they ain't got anyone that's elite level to bag goals for them. If they had Harry Kane up front, they'd probably get Europa League every season. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
real. They keep the ball well, but they just can't finish, bruv. And
Yeah.
Leicester were just mad clinical. When I saw the stats, I couldn't believe it, bro.
It was mad. It's mad.
Yeah,
But that's just a freaky game. But like in the Chelsea game against you lot, like when I see the starting lineup, I was like, wow, Kovacic ain't starting. I thought that was weird. I can't lie. I don't know if he was carrying a knock or whatever, but no Kovacic, and like he's been one of their better players this season, even before Tuchel got sacked. Like he's played.
He's a very good player.
He's decent, isn't he? He's consistent, very consistent player, and he gets stuck in. He can do a bit of everything. But yeah, I was shocked he didn't start, and then he hooked off Cucurella, and I was like, wow, he's hooking off one of his old players from Brighton. I thought he was going to take Chilwell, but obviously he got took off, and then they brought Kovacic on. But mate, you're right. Yeah, when I've watched Chelsea, I watched them against Milan, both games. I've watched them. Who did they play the other week? They played somebody else the other week. I can't remember, but I watched them in that
they got
game.
Salzburg today. I think maybe Salzburg was the first game that they drew in it under Potter.
I watched them a little bit against Wolves. I didn't watch the full game, but I watched a bit of it. The thing with Chelsea is they're a disjointed team. No balance in that team whatsoever. You've got Sterling. 1 minute he's on the left, then he's on the right, switching with Aubameyang, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, Sterling, bro, that guy frustrates the life out of me. Yeah, like I know he's going to go to the World Cup, but I know he's gonna 1 game be absolutely superb and
unplayable. Next week he'll be absolute dog shit, innit? Like, that's him, bro.
He had where he could have just passed it nice, and he scuffed it, and it's like weird. It was a weird game of football for a neutral fan to watch because, like, it was under the lights. We've seen the other teams play and blah blah blah, and it was like, right, this is going to be a proper tear up. Like, let's have it. Like, Potter's got them playing good football or decent-ish football. You lot are playing fantastic coming off the back of the Tottenham game, and I wouldn't say I felt disappointed because it was still a very interesting watch, but it didn't have any cutting edge. There weren't
the second half was dead, bro. But that's because Man United wasted the chances they had in the first half. Man United should have been 3-0 up in the first 25 minutes. Then the game should have been over. Man United missed the chances, gave Chelsea something to hold on to, and that's exactly what Chelsea did. They held on. Like, at no point did they look like they were trying to win that football match. Like, at no point. Like, literally, like, them man looked like they were playing keep ball with there was no goal, bruv. Like
a
Chelsea. Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like.
In the middle in that.
Absolutely. Like, that's what it looked like, innit? Second half, Chelsea decided that they weren't gonna score, innit? And Man United we just ran out of ammo. Like, we just ran out of ideas. That's just all it was. And then we ended up scoring. I didn't even celebrate.
Your bench.
No, our bench is dead, but we've got injuries in it, and I didn't even celebrate the equalizer. I was so fuming, bruv, because I was like,
No,
bro,
I text you didn't even reply. That's how I knew you were fuming. Then I
bruv, I was so angry, bro.
Just go dead. And everyone was like, "What happened?" Man's
Nah, bro,
gone.
I was so angry, bro. Do you know what I mean? I was so angry because it's like we threw that away. Like we literally threw it away.
Do you know what was crazy is McTominay come on and I was like, okay, well, Casemiro he was unplayable, by the way, Casemiro. I thought he was superb in that game. And fair play, that header was a fucking joke. Like, and even McTominay wanted that as well. He tried nicking that off him. But
yeah.
And the celebration was mad as well because he's only just joined your club, but it was almost like, right, this is the start of something now, like kind of thing. Like the passion that came out of him. And slapping the badge and all that. I love all of that, like passion merchant. Right?
But I love that shit, especially when it's a new player. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to get in the
5 minutes. He's giving all of that. Like,
yeah, 100%. Especially when it's a player like him that's played for Real Madrid. If it's some bum that we signed from Swansea, like Dan James, fair enough, you can kiss the badge, innit? Like he played for Swansea, but this guy's come from Real Madrid and he's going to challenge for the World Cup.
He was screaming, come on, like. Yeah. Which was cool, yeah. Like, and I liked all that. I thought it was good, and it was almost like with all the players that were standing around him, all getting involved. But you know what was weird is when McTominay come on, I thought, okay, yeah, he's been pretty decent this season. Yeah, you obviously watch every minute of every game. He's been very, very good this season. Yeah,
yeah. He's been above his usual level.
And you can't play McTominay against Chelsea in this game after the back of Casemiro's performances recently. Yeah, so it's like, okay, McTominay's coming on, sweet. To like try and shore it up a little bit, and then just go on the counter, give it a bit more legs in midfield to keep the ball or whatever. He literally runs on the pitch, bro, and he's like trying to cuddle whoever it was,
bro. Right? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and I've looked at that maybe 30 times, 25 times. Some angles I think nailed on, other angles I think not a pen. Yeah, and the fact it took so fucking long. Yeah, it was just mad. Yeah, and then we see one with Jesus. We'll come to that in a bit because people are saying, well, if that one's given for Chelsea, then the Jesus one should be given. What did you make of it? Did you think it was a pen? Yeah, because we've seen so much inconsistency with these.
Did the guy? What happened with the Jesus one? I said it looked like the guy hit him or something like that.
Similar, cuddling.
Yeah, bruv, you know what it is for me, yeah.
Contact on both,
bruv,
it's the pen.
From what I've seen in football, that's not a penalty. Either of them, because in football you see that shit all the time. What normally happens is the ref just fucking blows the whistle, says, "Oh, you lot, stop fucking around." Do you know what I mean? And then the corner gets retaken. That's what happens, isn't it? Like, I never really see penalties given for that, bro. Like, and that happens in every football match, Lee. Every single football match, every week, that happens. So, as far as I'm concerned, if they're giving penalties for that, they'll give penalties every single game. Because it happens every game.
Do you think if that was outside the box, he would have given it as a free kick?
To be fair, you don't hold like that outside the box. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing. Unless, you know what? Maybe if it was a set piece, like, for instance, it was a direct free kick getting whipped into the box and it was on the edge of the box and it was 6 or 1 or half a dozen.
Yeah,
like I'm not really sure. Yeah, like, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure whether the ref gives it or not. Do you know what I mean? I reckon, yeah. Like if that's at Old Trafford, they don't give that. Do you know what I mean? I think it was literally like, right, Chelsea at home.
Crowd ones.
Yeah, the crowd and that, brother. And the ref's just giving it, bro. Like the ref was just trying to impose himself on the football match, bro. Because I've seen those not given way more than I've seen them given. That's one thing I would say. So if that's a foul and that's a penalty, that's fine by me. But then give penalties every single game because you'll never watch a game of football where you don't see that happen.
Did you see the Emerson Royale handball against Newcastle? Did you see that?
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was that whipped the ball in. Yeah, but they've whipped the ball in and his hand's up here, spanks him straight in the arm. Yeah, no penalty.
That would have been second half, innit? Because I only watched the first half of that game.
I was like, that's a nailed on pen. And this is the thing, right?
I'm not. Yeah, but the same thing happened with Gabriel, though. Like, he did, like, against, I think it was against us or something. Was it against us or Liverpool?
He's done it fucking so many games, mate.
It's Liverpool, I think, when it hit man's arm. Yeah, and that's what I mean. And it wasn't given either because they said it came off another part of his body or something like that. Bro, if your arm's up here, why is your arm? As far as I'm concerned, if your arm's above shoulder height, yeah, like it's a bit of a sticky one for me. Do you know what I mean? If your arms are by your side and it hits your arm,
your arms don't need to be up here.
Like when you're running, it's like you don't run like this. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Your arms don't need to be up here, like ever. If your arms are above shoulder height, then for me, it's looking a bit, do you know what I mean? And before they said, when you play football, yeah, if you deliberately make yourself wider, it's a penalty. Man, but your arms here.
But then this is another thing, right? So the laws of the game change every season, yeah?
They do,
right?
bro.
So you got a penalty against Kimpembe when you played PSG. I don't think that was a penalty. It turned his back, it hit his arm. Penalty. Took 5 minutes in that game to give the penalty, like after all the hoo-ha, right? The penalty for McTominay, I think it's soft and
it's extremely soft.
Way, but McTominay's fucking thick for doing it and putting his hands on him in the first place.
Exactly.
Because, let's be real. You walk down fucking Oxford Street, you're going to have more contact, with people touching you where you bite, like, and people walking you, than you're going to have in that fucking instance. The same with the Jesus one. The Jesus one was very similar, but Jesus was in front of the player running into the 6-yard or penalty.
So the player was behind him and he pulled
behind him and he slightly touched him, but Jesus fell sideways.
Yeah,
that's not a natural reaction.
Yeah, he just felt it and went down, innit? Yeah.
So he kind of, and apparently, I don't know if it's true, but apparently he had a word with the ref. I see a comment. I don't know if it's a true comment or not, but apparently the ref said if you'd gone down earlier, I would have given it or something. I don't know whether that's just a fucking Arsenal fan making that up or whatever. I don't know. But both of them penalties next week might be given. Both of them might not be given. One's given this week and one weren't. Next week, both might be given. Both might be overturned.
This is the problem. Do you know what I mean? And even with the Broya thing as well, bro, like the way he went down as well, like obviously McTominay did not pull him down, bro. You know, like that. He wasn't pulling his shirt or anything like that. He had his arms across him. Do you know what I'm saying? But the way he fell forward like that, like, bro, I don't understand how a guy can have their arms around your waist and you fall on your face. Like, why does your legs automatically buckle underneath you? I don't understand that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird, bro. Like, and it's like, because these referees don't play football, they don't understand what natural and unnatural is, bro. The way these guys are falling over is like, it's not natural. You do not fall over like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? You do not fall over like that. If someone's blocking you off, your knees don't just crumble underneath you, like if someone's blocking you off.
But then I suppose at the same time, these players are like, they're smart fuckers. Yeah, most footballers are thick as shit, but they're smart in terms of how to win a foul.
Oh, right? For sure.
Because at the end of the day, if he stayed on his feet, he ain't getting a penalty.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And he knows there's 3 minutes left of the game. Yeah, we're at home. It's a big game. Yeah, we can stay above them if we win. I'm going to get Jorginho on the penalty, who's got a decent record, blah, 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 game over. Yeah. What they didn't fucking factor in was the fact that there was, because of all the time wasting, because of that,
there was extra added time.
6 minutes added time. So there was literally 9 minutes left of the game.
Yeah.
Which is 10% of a game.
That's mad, isn't it?
So, mate, and I knew as soon as he threw that ball, I don't know who it was that threw the ball. Yeah, whoever threw that ball in from the touchline, the throw in, as soon as he threw it, I was like, they're going to fucking score off of the back of this. Yeah, because they were so disjointed, Chelsea, because you took it so quick. They were all over it. I was like, nah, but what a fucking header, man. Like, that goal was class, man. Absolutely.
It was a great header, and he's just a great footballer, man.
Sick,
so it's just great.
Easy, there was a touch he did in that game where the ball got fired into him from your, I think it was Bruno fired it into him. Yeah, and you were playing a little one-touch triangle down the right side. Somebody fired the ball into him and he just outside of the boot tapped it. I was like, you're fucking sick, bro.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's a ridiculous
Most people
footballer.
would have fucking miscontrolled that or fucking took a touch and then chasing their first touch. And he's a good player, man. You've got a fucking baller there. I'm jealous.
He's top class. It was funny because when we signed Casemiro, everyone was laughing, saying how we overspent and we got robbed by Madrid. A few games later, no one's talking about that anymore. You know what I mean? Same way no one's talking about Lissandro's height.
Yeah, nobody's talking about fucking Hasbulla Martinez. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it. No one's talking about him.
No one's talking about him in midfield against Tottenham, mate. It was like he had a step ladder. Like climbing the ladder.
He's a monster, bro. He's a monster. Do you know what I mean? And all this talk at the beginning of the season,
he's made your team so much more solid defensively. It's mad.
He's been the most effective player in the league, bro. Like I don't think anyone's had a better start to the season than him. Like he's pretty much man of the match every game, bro. Like he's different. He's different, Lissandro.
What was the most, like, obviously you drew the game, you were vexed, you were pissed off. You shouldn't, like, I felt you should. I even texted you and said, how the fuck are you going to lose this game? Like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, obviously you didn't lose in the end, but you played Tottenham off the park, literally smashed them to smithereens.
Played Chelsea off the park as well.
Played Chelsea off the park for most of the game. Yeah, you've ended up. You said last week when we did the show, 4 points. I'll be happy. You got 4 points. Yeah, but you obviously could have had 6. Should have.
Yeah.
But 4 points. You're playing decent football. You've got some good performers. Ronaldo's still nowhere to be seen. I think he's back in training now, though. But
he's training by himself.
Is he?
Yeah, that's what he said. I read something today that he'd been fined 2 weeks' wages and he's training by himself.
Wow, that's £1 million saved, then, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's cool.
What was the main positive that you took out of that game, or the
main positive I took, bruv? The main positive I'm taking out the season so far is that Man United have played 9 of the top 11, and we've only lost to Man City, bruv. Like, that's crazy. That's actually crazy, bruv. Like, man have played 9 of the top 11, and since the Brentford game, we've lost 1 game, bro. Like, that's mad. Like, Newcastle beat Tottenham and we drew with them.
No, you drew. Yeah, you did. Who did you lose to?
We lost to we lost to Brentford, and then since the Brentford, we lost to Man City. Like, we ain't lost to anyone else.
Even that game, you bagged 3 goals.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. And we got cooked in that game. But it's like, bruv, like, when I look at the season so far, we've actually done really well. And everyone's downplaying how well we're doing. They haven't actually clocked, bro. Like, we're not doing what other teams are doing, playing against teams in the bottom half of the table. And do you know what I mean? And stat padding, bro. Like, we've had the most difficult start in the league. Like, factually. Like, how can you play 9 of the first 11, bruv? Like, the top, like, bruv, what? 9 of the top 11, bro. In your first flipping, 10 games or 11 games, something like that. That's bullshit, bro.
I'm looking at the table. You're 8 points behind us. And we've got Chelsea coming up soon. They're 7 behind us. And this is the thing, like, from 1st to 6th is 8 points. That's not a massive fucking gap at all.
It's not at all.
Because if we lose 2 on the spin, we could be down to 5th.
Well, there you go.
Like that. Like, real talk, just like that, down to 5th.
And you haven't played all the top 6 yet, have you? You've got to play City and Chelsea.
Yeah, City's going to be next year now.
Yeah, you have to play City and Chelsea.
We would have played 4 of the other 5. But
yeah. So we've played all 5. You've played 3 so far.
We beat Liverpool.
Yeah, you played 3 of the 5. We've played all 5. You see what I'm saying? If you lose them 2 games, that's 6 points dropped. All of a sudden, we're 2 points behind you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's different, man.
And then we've got to play you at Old Trafford. Oh, no, sorry, it's at the Emirates.
No, then we got to play you at the Emirates. But like, this table, like, we're doing better than people are giving us credit for, which is completely fine. I'm completely happy with that.
Man said he needs to see us both on the Big 6. I've been on the Big 6 before, mate. The comments fucking hated me. I'm too real for the comments, bro. Like, real talk. Same with when I got on Terry's show. I just said, yo, Terry, I still think we'll finish 5th. Yeah, all the comments lit up. I was like, but then I put a scenario together and then backed it, and it was like, bro, if fucking Jesus is not going to bag 20 goals, he's never got a proven track record of doing so.
He's not a goal scorer.
Like Gazette, bro.
He's not a goal scorer, bro. Like, his lack of goals at the business end of the season is going to be the reason why you're not in a title challenge for sure. But I think you'll still get top 4. I think we'll both get top 4.
But this is the thing. There's a scenario there where even Liverpool could make it in top 4, right? They're 12 points off the top, which is us. Yeah, 12 points. But we still got to play them at Anfield. Like, we still got to play all the other teams. We still got to play City twice, Chelsea twice. You still got to play Tottenham again at their ground where we normally lose. No, if we start losing a few of them, dropping points against a fucking Everton or a Palace or,
No, you're right. Because even the Southampton, man have to look at that like 2 points dropped, mate, because you lot should have put them to bed in the first half.
Bro, that game was mad. Yeah, no, I've seen compilations doing the rounds where somebody's made a compilation of all the refereeing mistakes in the game. And it's like, nobody's talking about referees when we're winning games. If we had scored 5 goals and won that 5-1, nobody had mentioned the ref. Literally. Yeah, and it's like, I've not heard Arsenal fans mention a ref all season. Like Crystal Palace when Gabriel's handballed in it, no penalty. Yeah, what about when Anthony scored against us? Yeah, and Gabriel, same player, 2 foot Bruno. He didn't even get booked for that.
He didn't get booked for that, yeah.
If you hadn't scored, he would have probably got sent off. like, or booked at least. You know, against Tottenham, like he 2-footed someone, but Jesus in that game, yeah,
Jesus kicked Lissandro in our game as well.
Yeah, he swiped out him, but in the Tottenham game,
kicked him off the ball.
He should have had 4 yellow cards, Gabriel Jesus, in that Tottenham game. I'm real told. Anyone who watched that game in the chat, yeah, he should have been. We were sitting there, me and Ola, going, "How the fuck's this guy not been booked?" Yeah, he should have been booked 4 times against Tottenham, but nobody will speak of that because we won the game comfortably in their crap. Yeah, and it's like Liverpool potentially that could have on another day been given us a handball penalty. You know, all of a sudden it's a different game, isn't it? You know, and as soon as we don't get the points, oh, the ref's a joke. Like they had a player, I can't remember the fella's name, Lyanko, I think it was. He went to headbutt Eddie. He literally, he's tangling with him and he swiped his head up at him and then grabbed him a little bit around the throat.
Oh yeah, I see it. The big, like kind of like
he was the best player on the
Eastern European brother. He was massive, bro.
Bro, he's half Brazilian, half Serbian.
Yeah, bro. That bro looks like my goalkeeper, blood. My futsal goalkeeper. He's massive, blood. That's mate, this guy looks serious.
I'm up for him, mate. He's got that shithouse level. Yeah, he's like that Pepe and that Ramos Madrid level. Do you know what I mean?
Big guy, bro.
Oh, he was mad, bro. But he went, I think he elbowed one of our players in the back off the ball. Like he was just a proper shithouse. Yeah, but the thing is, like Arsenal played very well, but the squad is going to catch up with us. And I've said this for weeks and weeks, but people just sit there and want to blindly like brush it under the carpet and say, "Oh, but we're top of the league. We're still top of the league." Yeah, and you know, if it weren't for the ref, well, if there weren't a ref there, the game wouldn't have gone ahead, mate. It's true, isn't it? Yeah, like you know, I've not seen many Arsenal fans, and I'm the most negative and toxic apparently up there with Piers Morgan. Yeah, apparently we're the worst. Yeah, well, I'm saying title charge. Give me a title. Come on, let's go and strengthen in January. All these top gooners, yeah, and all these super fans and that.
It's gonna go along for the ride, isn't it?
Target, it's the top. No, we're top, mate. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. But I'm apparently the negative and toxic one, like you know. But we did this last season, bro. Like, our fans were sitting there giving it the big, and we can finish above Chelsea in 3rd. When we finish 5th, it's excuses, isn't it? Like, I mean, like, why don't you just shut up then? Like, it's mad. But in terms of our game, somebody in my watch along said to me after 23 minutes, "Why are we sitting back against Southampton after we scored?" And for the whole of that game, we sat back. Yes, we could have scored 3 or 4 goals in the first half. Jesus missing a couple. Xhaka's goal, by the way. Yeah, that was
took it well, isn't it?
Mate, what a finish. And it always looks good in a half volley, doesn't it? Like when you connect, it's coming across, because he could have fucked that. Coming across at pace and slapping that, he could have shanked that. Martin Odegaard just before that, where he did shank it, and it was like, mate, come on. Yeah, Granit Xhaka's showing you how to play number 10.
Yeah. But Xhaka, when he's arriving late like that, bro, like he's dangerous because he can strike a ball. So you're starting to see that he's having a good season.
He had a sighter before that, which he dragged wide. Yeah, and then literally 5 minutes later, bang, weak foot. He's having the season of his life. Fair play to him, man. Like I don't particularly rate him that highly. Yeah, and this season's not going to write off 6 shit ones, but fair play to him. He's flying at the minute. His confidence is through the roof, man. And and I think he scored more goals this season than the last 3 or 4 combined. So yeah, he normally scores 1 a year.
Wow, fair
play. But yeah, it's mad. And Ben White, again, fantastic. Yeah, right back. He's been brilliant. And Martinelli, I fucking love that guy, man. Every time that geezer gets the ball, he just gets me out my seat. He's got that fucking X factor. Yeah, where it's like you had when you had fucking all your top players like Giggsy or someone like that. Yeah, or fucking like now you've got with
Giggs is a good example. Yeah,
it's like as soon as they get the ball, it's like, you know, like, well, something could happen here. He is fucking brilliant, mate. Every single week I watch Martinelli. His first instinct is just go straight forward. And there was a ball come into the box. I think it was a free kick or a corner Southampton had. Come down, he's spun. Nobody near him. Yeah, but what I liked about it, he run all the way to the halfway line, but he run right to the touchline. So he was stretching the pitch. He could have just run straight up the centre of the pitch into the centre circle, but he dragged it all the way to the side to get midfield runner. So intelligent for such a young age, man. Fucking baller, man. But he subbed him. He subbed
him for Eddie, bro. Like when I saw Nketiah on the left, I was like, "Oh, you man really trying to win this game?" Because that didn't make no sense to me.
He took off. He brought on Tierney, who should have started anyway, because Tommy Asu at left back is not the guy. Real talk.
Yeah, against Liverpool, it made sense, innit? Because you lot were going to get cooked, but against Southampton, starting Tommy Asu at left back is a bit like, it's a bit pedestrian. It's a bit negative, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And then the funny thing is, he subs Ben White off. who set up the goal, and I thought was fantastic. Up and down, fucking brilliant performance from him. And then he subs Martinelli off at the same time. And I'm like, bro, other than Xhaka, these have been our best 2 players. What are you doing? And then he brings Eddie on the left, and he brings Tierney on. And I love Tierney. He's my favourite player. Yeah, I love him, right? If you're bringing Tierney on, you keep Martinelli on. Yeah, because they've had that chemistry over the last couple of years down that side. Now you've got Jesus floating around there as well. Bish, bash, bosh. Tierney came on, and in 25 minutes done more than Tomiyasu at left back since the Liverpool game. Yeah, he was fucking brilliant, Tierney. But I guarantee he gets dropped at the weekend. Yeah, I guarantee it. He'll be dropped. And it's
what's the deal with Zinchenko? Is he got a long-term injury or something?
Bro, this guy was supposed to be out for 2 international games for Ukraine in the international break, which was about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. I swear when he was at City, he never had an injury like this. I thought he was always available.
Bro, his injury record at City is embarrassing.
He's is it not good?
Injuries. Always at injured.
Shit. I no, bruv. You know what? Because he's not a starter, I just assumed he wasn't getting picked. I didn't realize he was injured. He's
always injured. His injury record, according to Transfer Market, I'll put it on the screen. This is fucking mad. Did we not check this when we fucking signed him?
I've not even checked this. Your manager worked with him, bruv.
Do you know what I'm saying? Look at this. That's the injuries. Yeah, look at all these at City. Yeah, that's since 2019-20. So this is 2.5 years worth of injuries, bro.
Oh,
I mean, they're not massive long-term injuries. Like,
no, but it doesn't matter. They all add up, bro. Do you know what I mean? 13 games missed, yeah, one. Then it's a game here, 3 games here, 2 free games. It's little niggles here and there and there.
Yeah, and look at that. He's been at Arsenal. Right? He's been at Arsenal. He's missed 11 games already. Out of what, 15? Yeah.
That's shit, man.
15 games. He's missed 11. Yeah, and the funny thing is, with this second injury, this calf injury, right? Yeah, fucking the calf injury was supposed to only keep him out for the international break, which
he's been out for over a month with that same injury, like 6 weeks nearly.
Yeah, calf injury, bro. But he was only supposed to be out for the 2 international games for Ukraine, but one he was suspended, so they never called him up because he was injured as well. Right, so we're thinking, okay, cool, he'll be back for the Tottenham game. We ain't seen him since before. We ain't seen him since mid-September. Yeah, and he's been out with this calf injury. Tomiyasu had a calf injury last season that kept him out 4.5 months. What the fuck are we doing at this club? What are they made of? What are their calves made of, bro?
Yeah,
to be out that long with a calf
injury. Fuck?
It's crazy, isn't it? It's mad. And the thing is, like, it's not a lot of games, but he's been out 11 games. The most he's ever missed is 13. He's been at Arsenal a couple of months and he's missed 11 already.
That's mental, bro. That's actually mental. 11 games is, bro, that's nearly a third of the season.
So I'm saying, yeah. So now it's okay. What do? Do we put a centre back who's played nearly 100 games at centre back and 69 at fucking right back in Tomiyasu, that's been playing right back? Do we put him at left back over the most decorated footballer at our club at left back, who is our best left back? We'll do that instead. Yeah, because we can't play Tommy at right back because we're playing another centre back at right back. Like, bro, we had 4 centre backs on the pitch against Southampton in the defence. Fucking mad, absolutely mad. And the thing is, Elianusi absolutely roasted Tomiyasu in that second half. Absolutely cooked him, bruv. Yeah, and if you look at their goal was class. Their goal was such a fucking nice.
It was a very good goal.
Good move, wasn't it? But again, the fucking bozo centre back, fucking ball watching, not tracking the runner. Yeah, just standing there like, where am I? Yeah, like fucking thick. Tomiyasu's body shape was completely wrong for that goal. Yeah, he's showing him down the wing, right? But he was showing it. But all of the traffic, we had 4 players in here. So the idea I would have done is put him in there instead of taking down the wing. Yeah, because they were overloading at the back anyway, right? But instead, he shows him inside, but his body shape was wrong. Yeah, because he's shaped up to go down the outside.
Yeah, so he showed him inside, but he can't react to it because his body's facing outside.
He's off balance. Done. Gabriel's ball watching. Bosh, go. It's like, if you're going to fucking show him down the outside, at least step over 1 yard so he now can't come inside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no point having your body showing him outside if you don't cut the inside off. Like, you have to cut the inside off, innit? And then
exactly.
Bruv. But some of the defending I've seen, though, like, these guys are Premier League players, man. I've seen it in the Arsenal game, and it's like, when these guys are out of position, regardless of where you're playing on the pitch, yeah, you have to take up the defensive role of the position you're in. So if you're playing centre back and you get caught in the right back position, you're now the right back. The right back is now the centre back. I don't know why it's so hard for these guys to understand that, bro. And like, even in that goal, I saw Ben White ended up getting dragged into the middle in the centre-back position, even though he was meant to be playing at right-back. But it's like, but he just went sleep, bro. My man just ran straight.
All of them players were in a space of about 10 yards, and not one of them picked up.
Man just went sleep, and my man just ran straight past him. But it's like, bro, that's your man. Like, track the runner, because the ball's over there. So in your head, you should be thinking, yo, who's the most dangerous guy here? If he's the nearest guy to me, I have to go with him. You just fucking let him run. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's mad. It's just like the Tottenham goal as well that Wilson scored. Yeah. As soon as the keeper comes out, someone's got to go on the line. Like, it's...
Oh, like, facts. Yeah, that was dumb. That was fucking...
But everyone just stood there next to the goalie, like, saying, all right, lob me. Do you know what I mean? Like, bruv, someone gets on the line, yeah? Because there's not a lot of power on that. If he clips that over, if someone's on the line, they probably head that away. Like, but nobody went on the line. I think it was Dyer. Dyer just stood there watching it, bro.
Yeah, diabolical. Yeah, but even the Almiron goal, yeah, like, it was a nice finish on his left.
Oh, the defending, bruv. He cut inside my man way too easy, bro. That horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, they were just all standing there. It was like statues, like fucking stuck in the mud. Like, do you know what I mean? They were fucking, mate, that game was crazy. Yeah, and the funny thing about it is like, I see, you're right about the defending. I see defending in this league, and people sit there and say, you have to rate Gabriel Magalhaes. Why? He can't fucking defend. Yeah, these defenders, yeah, the way the game's evolved into this modern era of football, they're not set up to defend. They're not natural defenders. They're natural footballers. Yeah, and everyone has to be a ball-playing centre-half now to be rated. Yeah, I like a fucking shithouse like that Lyanku and like that Anderson. They're fucking wind-up merchants. They'll bully you, they'll grab you, they'll laugh at you, and they'll talk to you all through the game.
Did he actually defend? Like,
and they can defend, exactly.
The defending is not just about being good on the ball. Anderson's brilliant on the ball, but defending is about getting close to defenders and stopping them from playing. That's what defending is.
It's like that lad at Newcastle, the centre-back. What's his name? I think Dutch guy. What's his fucking name? The chat. What's his name?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he can defend. He's been fucking superb for Newcastle this season. He's elevated them. They've got the best defence in the league, and he's the reason for that. He's slotted in there, yeah, and just unbelievable. Yeah, proper defender. And there's not many of them about. But I say this all the time about fucking wingers and forwards. Botman, that's it. Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Yes, Sven Botman. Yeah.
But I say this about wingers and fullbacks. Nobody can cross a ball. Literally nobody. But again, the way the game's evolved, it's now not about taking your man on, going on the outside and whipping a ball in. It's now about, you're 1 yard away from him, smack it off of him and play the percentage. You might get a corner. We score off the corner. Yeah, it's true, bro. The amount of times Saka does this in a game, yeah, and it's like, why are you crossing it from there? You're never getting it in, mate. I see it all the fucking time, and it just bounces off and goes straight out for a throw or a corner. Now you recycle possession, and now it's let's go with another phase. How about have a bit of fucking technique? But it gets coached out of them. They're scared to fucking express themselves, a lot of these footballers, man. Yeah, like,
well, a lot of them just don't have it, though. Like, to be honest, a lot of them just don't have it, Lee. That's just what it is, man. First and foremost, you got to be able to run 10, 15 kilometers a game. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is now. That's football. That's football in a nutshell. And if you got a bit of pace, yeah, then you can play. Do you know what I mean? And that's just what it is. Like, the actual football inside of the game comes second now, bro. Like, that's just kind of what it is.
Yeah, if you got pace and a bit of physicality,
that's it. You're sorted, mate. You are sorted.
Yeah, it's mad. It is so true, though, man. It's like, it's frustrating because, like, I've grown up and people say, "Oh, you're always reminiscing about the old days." Yeah, that's because it was fucking beautiful football, man. Like, great fucking footballers. Yeah, and it's like this Premier League now is so diluted, man. It's fucking diluted to shit, and I don't think it'll go back to what it was, man. Like, number 10s have been dying out for a decade.
No, it'll only get worse. It will only get worse.
Yeah, number 10s have been dying out for a decade. Now you have to have versatility and you have to play multiple positions to fucking get in a football team. I mean, look at Liverpool. They played James Milner at right back. Like, what?
Yeah, James Milner, though, but that's great. James Milner's greatest superpower is that he's a great athlete and he can play anywhere, innit? Because let's be honest, he's average in every position, but when you've got a player that's average in every position, he then becomes an asset, innit? So it's just
like Maitland-Niles. Play him at right back, play him at left back, play him in midfield.
Yeah, centre mid.
Yeah.
That's it. True. These guys become assets at the football club, innit, for being mediocre. I get that, but there's no specialists anymore. And the more football, the football's already died in the sense that it's very stats driven now. Do you know what I'm saying? So the more that they focus on stats, the more the non-football side of the game is going to be important. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, bro. Like, now we know how many kilometers every player runs as soon as they leave the pitch. We know how many touches they've had. You know what I mean? We know fucking chances created, all these nonsense stats.
Breaks.
Yeah, that's it. We know everything. Key passes, fucking, do you know what I mean? We know everything. How many duels they've won and shit. Bruv. And duels is such an ambiguous term anyway. Like, what is a fucking duel, bruv? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that, it doesn't even make no sense. Man will say, oh, you won 14 duels and that, bruv, and man's won like 2 headers. It's like, what's a duel, bro? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's mad ambiguous.
He made 3 tackles and won 2 headers, but he's won 14 duels. What does that mean?
But that's what I'm saying. It's mad ambiguous. This whole duels thing. It's like, unless you physically take the ball off me, you ain't won no fucking duel, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to come and get it. So I don't know how they're just doing these things. Or we got to both go out for a header and you've got to win it over me, bro. So I don't know how man are winning 13 duels and they've made like 2 tackles. Do you know what I mean? They don't, bruv. I don't know, innit? These things are nonsense, bro.
In fact, absolute facts. Big up to everyone watching live, man. Smash the likes up, people. Make sure you subscribe. Rance's link is in the title as well. Check the Twitch out. Rants and Rants official. Let's move on to Unai Emery. Good evening. Man rejected Newcastle last year, and now he's accepted Aston Villa, which is just weird. Why reject Newcastle for Villa a year later? For me, I just think that's a bit off key. I think he'll do all right.
I don't know. Yeah, but maybe he was comfortable where he was at the time, innit? And it's just perspective. And now he's looked at it and he said, oh, you know what? And you know what? Man gets to live in Birmingham and that, which is closer to London. You know, like that. It could be that. Who knows? Do you know what I mean? But remember, Villa got bread as well. They got money. So I don't think money would have been an issue. Both clubs would have offered him similar amounts of money.
Well, maybe. Yeah. The thing is, Newcastle, like, you can look at that and say, okay, he was dumb to turn it down. But then I suppose he would have been the first manager under the new regime. That never ends well. Never ends, unless you're Jose Mourinho at Chelsea. Yeah, went the first time around. Very rarely ends well. They always get potted after a fucking season or whatever. Eddie Howe's done very, very well. I can't lie.
He's exceeding everyone's expectations right now, bro.
He's killing it. But as for Villa, if you look at the core of player that they have in their squad, they've got Coutinho. If he can get a tune out of him, he's a good footballer. They've got Emery Buendia, not a bad footballer. Leon Bailey, get him firing. That guy caused problems. Most fucking wingbacks, or fullbacks. Yeah, I don't think he's the greatest, but he can do something.
He's not the most consistent, but on his day, Leon Bailey's a handful.
Yeah, 100%. Then they've got Danny Ings. Yeah, that guy's a fucking problem as well. Then they've got Ollie Watkins. Yeah, you can play him on the left, you can play him up front. Not the greatest of strikers, but again,
he's just dynamic, innit? He gives a problem, yeah.
Then you look at their midfield. Yeah, and their midfielders. They've got Ramsey. I think he's a good player. And then you other than that, who else they got in midfield? They got fucking, what's his name, man? Is it McGinn? Not McGinn.
It would be McGinn. No, McGinn does play for Aston Villa.
Does he?
He does.
I'm getting him mixed up. Yeah, I was getting him mixed up with fucking the lad who plays for Everton now that used to play for Burnley. But anyway.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
I was getting mixed up.
The mixed race guy. What's his name?
Fuck knows. He scored a great goal.
I know who you're talking about. But yeah, McGinn, and I think that they've got that Brazilian brother as well. I think, or is he Portuguese or something? Douglas Luiz or something.
Yeah, McNeil, Dwight McNeil. That's
Dwight McNeil, bro. Yeah,
they got Kamara as well, but he's injured. But then if you look at their defense, that's where the issue is. Defense, right? I think the right back Matt Cash, I think he's not a bad player. Other than that, I think you're struggling.
Like, yeah. Like Gerrard took the armband off Mings, innit?
Killed him off. Yeah, you come into a football club and said he ain't my captain. Like, come on.
It's brave. It's brave. I'll give him that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? This is the reason why managers don't do it. That's the reason why managers don't do it, bro. That's what I mean. This is why managers don't do it. Because you have to kind of get to know the players and see who the characters are. Sometimes, the armband is fucking a part of man's identity. Like, you take the armband from man, you might as well sell him. Do you know what I'm saying? It just falls apart. Because you're now telling him to be a normal player.
It's how you do it, though. If you go into a football club, obviously you want to have your own captain. You assess the squad and think, who's going to do this for me? Okay, he's got a bit of okay, I'll have him as captain. It's not the captain from before, but it's the way you do it. The way Gerrard did it, he just fucking publicly said, "Yo, this guy ain't my captain." It's
mad.
Wow. And then you play him every week and expect him to be decent. Like, the guy's confidence is on the floor. Yeah, and he's been shit. He's not the greatest of centre backs anyway, but now you've killed him.
Facts.
Yeah, but I think Unai will do all right. Like, I think Unai is not a 38 game a season, fucking get you in the top 4, put a title charge up and all of that bollocks.
You'll make them hard to beat, though.
Competitive, yeah. And he'll give you a cup run. Yeah, and if Aston Villa got to a semi-final or a final, even won a cup, yeah, I think that they should be happy with that, because at the end of the day, they ain't won anything for how long? Like,
too long, if you ask their fans. Do you know what I mean?
Since they've been in the Premier League, they ain't really progressed.
No.
Steady Eddies, mid-table shit. Like, get some good results, get some crap results. Batter Liverpool 7-2, beat Arsenal 3-1. Yeah, but then go and lose to fucking Brentford 4-0 or 3-0, whatever it was. I think it was 4, wasn't it? It was 4-0.
Smoked.
Yeah. And it's mad. Sorry, they beat Brentford 4-0, but then they'll go
beat
and lose
them 4-0. That was their first game after Gerrard, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were 3-0 up in 30 minutes or 13 minutes. Yeah, 13 minutes they were 3-0 up.
I think that was at Brentford as well, wasn't it?
Or
was it at home?
No, I think it was at home. I think it was
at home. But when I saw them beating Brentford, I couldn't fucking believe it, blood.
4-0, but they were 3-0 after 12 minutes or 13 minutes. It was like,
yeah, just a freak. Just a freak. Just a complete freak situation that won't happen again.
It's mad, isn't it? Where did they spend the 100 mil from Grealish sale? They've spent that everywhere, bro.
Probably on multiple players, yeah, because they've got Bailey in it in the window.
Yeah, they got Leon Bailey. They bought what's his name? What's the other fucking lad they bought from Everton, the left back, Luca Digne?
Yeah, Digne.
There, isn't it? Yeah, they bought him as well. So yeah, man, they've got a good core of player. Yeah, but the problem with them is they've got a lot of money as well. The problem is they've got no ambition.
Yeah.
Because what do they want? Like, where do they expect to be? Where do their fans and their ownership expect them to be? Do they want a title charge? No. Do they want a top 4? No. Do they want Europa? No. So what do they expect? Well, it's the same.
Yeah, them man just want to survive, innit?
Yeah, it's the same at Brighton, though. Real talk. It's the same at Brighton. Brighton, their fans won't ever fucking slag off the ownership because they stay in the Premier League every year and they play sexy football.
Yeah, but Brighton don't have the money that Villa have, innit? Villa fans' expectations will rise because of the money they have at their disposal.
And now they've got a decent manager coming in. Like, I think he'll do all right. Like, he's not going to rip up any trees or anything because it's fucking Aston Villa. And the quality of player they can attract so way down after the top 7 or 8 teams, they're not in that. Yeah, but
for sure,
it'll make them hard to beat and he'll get some fucking freak results. And you think, fucking hell, like, how did he do that?
And they still got Coutinho as well, bruv. Man forgot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Coutinho. And that's the thing. If you get him on side, yeah, that guy can be fucking brilliant. Yeah, it's just again about his ambition, because that guy's fallen off the fucking wagon, mate. Like, real talk. Like, he's a good footballer, very good footballer. And when he wants it, he's brilliant. Yeah, but since he's been at Villa,
yeah, but bro, he's playing for Villa, bro. That already tells you that he's tapped out of football. Because if he was ambitious, he wouldn't have gone there anyway. Do you know what I mean? I know Gerrard's his mate and that, but he wouldn't have gone there if he thought that he should be playing at a better team.
Yeah, true. Bayern, Real Madrid, fucking Liverpool, and then you end up at Villa.
Yeah, Bayern, what? No, Barcelona. Bayern, Barcelona, Liverpool.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Barcelona.
Yeah,
Barcelona. Yeah.
That's what I mean. And he played for Inter Milan before that. So, like, yeah, to play for Villa, nah, it's not the same. It's not the same caliber, innit, of football team. So that's him showing that he's not really fussed.
Yeah, true. They're currently 15th. They are 6 points off of 7th.
15th, bro. Lord have mercy, bro.
15th. They've lost 6 games out of 12. 6 out of 12. Yeah, that was their first win in 5. That's mad. They're only 6 points off of Fulham in 7th. And literally a couple of wins and losses either way, suddenly they start getting up there. I don't think they'll finish in European places this season, but I don't think they will have that expectation of the manager to do so. Yeah, I just think that they'll be like, okay, get us in the mid-table, we'll go again next season, kind of thing. If you can get us any higher, then great, give us a cup run. Like, I think that'll be it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what do they want? What do Villa fans think they can achieve? Like,
I don't know.
Because if they're just going to be a mid-table team, then they need to accept they're a mid-table team. If they want to push higher than that, then fucking splash the money in it. Yeah, but
yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man. Let's have a look at their fixtures real quick. Smash the likes up, people. Follow Rance's channel, link in the title. Follow my channel. Let's have a look at their fixtures. They had, oh, fucking hell. His first 2 games at Newcastle were Man United. In fact, his first 3 games, he got Man United twice. He's got them in the cup. Oh, my days. Yeah. Newcastle away this weekend. Then you lot at Villa Park. Then 4 days later, it's you lot at Old Trafford in the cup. Oh, my days. Then he's got Brighton away. Bro, his start's fucked. He's got Brighton away after.
But that's why they brought him in, probably. That's probably why Gerrard got sacked, because they looked at them games and thought, you know what, we can't send Gerrard into that.
And then check this, right? He's got Brighton away after them 2 United games. Then it's World Cup. Boxing Day, Liverpool at Villa Park. Yeah. New Year's Day, Tottenham away. Wait, Emery could be sacked by New Year's Day. He could be gone 5 losses out of 5. See you later.
That's mental, bro. But now he's gonna park every fucking appliance, bro, in them games.
Yeah, 100%.
He's gonna park every appliance.
I was saying this with Terry. Yeah. When he plays in Europa League and Champions League, he always plays 4-4-2, like cup competitions. Yeah, but in the league, he never does. Like, he always plays 3-4-1-2 or 4-3-3 or like fucking 3-2-1-4, whatever fucking bullshit. Yeah, 4-3-2-1, fucking. But he does. He mixes and matches every single game. He changes his formation in the league every single week. Yeah, but in the cup competitions, he always plays 4-4-2. And he got to a Europa League final and won it. And then he got to a Champions League semi the following season on that formation. When he won it with Sevilla, the Europa League, 3-time, bosh, 4-4-2. Got us to the final, 4-4-2. And it's almost like in European competition, nobody can fucking suss it out. Like, even if he gets battered, yeah, he will still find a way to win the game in Europe.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but then he'll play teams off the park. Bro, he played fucking Juve off the park, home and away. Yeah, they should have won that over 2 legs, about 7-0. Yeah, fucking brilliant in Europe, but they're not in Europe. So he's going to have to try and adapt and apply that to cup competition. Because the only thing I can see them even doing is maybe getting a semi or a quarter of a cup. That's it. They ain't doing anything for me. So, a bit of a weird one for me. Good luck to him. I've never disliked Unai, but a bit weird that he rejected Newcastle over and to then go Villa. But yeah,
maybe, bruv, you never know, because Newcastle are actually ambitious, bro. You never know. Maybe he thought he couldn't deliver, because Newcastle have a certain kind of player and they probably want a certain brand of football. Do you know what I'm saying? So, boy, he wouldn't have been able to deliver that. Unai Emery's not the most entertaining.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's very true, man. Yeah, the thing is, if he was Arsenal manager, the pressure the pressure is to fucking do something. Yeah, going to Newcastle, the pressure is do something. So yeah, you could have something there, man. Fucking go to a team like Villarreal, go to a team like Sevilla, go to a team like Aston Villa. No real pressure to fucking win anything.
Yeah.
But if you do, you're a fucking hero. Like, do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. What you got coming up, bro?
I have a show at 6:30 with Sabah. First time I've spoken to him since the Spurs game, and then obviously I get to chat to Henry tomorrow, which is going to be great. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I got the watch along for City Dortmund as well. After that, bro, another fucking hat trick for fucking Haaland, I bet, bro. Do you know what I mean? So man's gonna have a look at that as well, man. Like, the next couple games, some decent Champions League games.
Yeah, he did. Let's not forget that. Make sure you check Rance's channel out, man. Rance and Mance official on Twitch, and the link for the YouTube is in the title. Yeah, he slapped up Bayern as well, didn't he? I forgot about that.
Who did?
Emery, Villarreal knocked out Juve and Bayern last
season, shit! Of course. See, that's what I mean. This guy, he's something else.
He should have been out of fucking sight against Liverpool in the semi. Yeah, they played Liverpool off the park in the home leg. Mad. Yeah, he's a good manager, man, but only in cup competitions. He ain't the manager to win you a title. He's not elite. No,
facts. He's not. In one-off games, he's a problem, bro. Like,
yeah, he is an issue. I looked at his record yesterday. He's managed I think it's 923 games. He's only lost 227.
That's not bad.
Decent when you look at the clubs he's managed, mate. Yeah, forget PSG. Yeah. Take that out. That's still a fucking elite record for the teams he's managed, isn't it? Valencia and Almeria and fucking teams like that. Very, very good record, man. He's not elite, but he's a very good manager.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, I feel like he's on that Benitez level before Benitez fell off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's true. Benitez, that's a good shout. A very good shout. Just good the level below. Yeah, it's like very good tactically. Yeah, yeah, fucking battering at some point. And let's not forget, right? When he was at PSG, they fucking bottled. He ended up fucking losing to Barca, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying, bro. He managed PSG as well. This guy's not a scrub, like.
Bro, he won 7 trophies at PSG. He won him a treble, a domestic treble.
Okay,
like, mad. He won the league and he won 6 domestic cups.
That's what I mean. And to think that he's gone to Aston Villa, that shows you the strength of the Premier League. That a team like Villa can go and get a manager like Emery. Do you know what I'm saying? Mad. Like, there's some really good level managers in the Premier League at the clubs going all the way through them.
Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah, very true. But yeah, good luck to him. And hopefully our fucking backwards fan base don't fucking take the piss when he comes to the Emirates. You know what I mean? They'll be booing him and all of that. Fucking have terrorist signs up and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like anti-football. Let's not forget that this guy got us to a quarter-final of the FA Cup that then Arteta came in and won. Yeah,
facts.
Emery's squad, by the way. Let's not also forget he got us to our first European final in how long? Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Since 2006. Yeah, we got battered in it, but he still got us there in the first season. And I still believe to this day, we gave him the fucking money that we've given this manager, we would have won something in Europe by now. Wouldn't have won the league. Might have challenged. Definitely been in Champions League every year. And
if you gave him 400 million, you would have finished in the top 4 like consistently, I believe, anyway.
And maybe even won it, the Champions League. If he can get Villarreal there, bro, knocking out Bayern and fucking Juve along the way. And I think he was in the group with you lot, wasn't he?
Bruv, they beat us in the final, bruv. Emery fucking beat us in the final.
The Champions League. You were in the same group. You were the only team to beat him in the Champions League before Liverpool. He got out the group. Yeah, he only lost to you in the group stage. Then he got all the way to the semi-final. Didn't lose to any of the teams. All the way. Yeah, fucking good manager, man. Yeah, he did buy Saliba. And this is the thing, if you look at the players that we've got, he gave Saka his fucking debut. Yeah, he brought Martinelli in. He brought Saliba in. He brought Tierney in. Yeah, Granit Xhaka gave the armband. Like, come on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mad. These are all our best players, by the way, at the moment. So, yeah, mad. But anyway, on that bombshell, people, I'm done. I'm finished. Finito, I'll chop some clips up out of this and put them out later and tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled, notifications on. Check out Rance's Twitch, Rance and Vance Official, and check out his channel as well, pinned in the title. But anyway, I'm back again tomorrow. I'm on Jez's channel tomorrow. Not sure what time, and I'll be doing my own thing as well. So keep your eyes peeled, man. We're out of here. I'll tear her out.